Okay, so we've already done our nitrogen pressure check. It passed. We did our vacuuming and it passed. We did our 10-minute decay test. It's passed now. So now we're ready to put our valve core back in so we don't lose our vacuum. Okay, we already did all the work at getting our perfect vacuum now, so we don't want to lose any of it. So what we want to do is take our valve core, and you just want to take it just like this, and you're going to push it up. Because you can only go so far because this is valved off, you want to just simply pull part of this tool up like this, slip it in, and then screw this on. It doesn't have to be very tight because you're going to loosen it. These are low loss valves, so they work under, you don't have to tighten them super tight. Anyway, so we can only go so far because this is valved off, okay? But we don't want to unvalve it or we'll lose our vacuum. And what we want to do right now is just go ahead and valve off our micron gauge so we don't get any refrigerant on it. And we're going to open up the, not the valve that we're working on, not the valve with the tools, but the valve opposite the tool. So when you open this up for a refrigerant, just for 1 second worth, it's going to go through the entire system and come all the way back to here, pressurizing this. That way we'll be able to mess with this without losing our vacuum. It'll have refrigerant back pressure in it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open this up for just 1 second. That's it. So just a second, and then pull it out. And now it's all back in, everything's still tied up. The whole ODU is still protected, all the refrigerant inside is still protected. You only have a little tiny 1 second burst of refrigerant inside the system. That's just to make sure you have back pressure on this system here. Okay, so now we're going to release, we're going to open this up. That has back pressure on it now from the refrigerant. I'm going to open up this low loss fitting right here and let out some of that air that's trapped right here. There you go. So I just let out the air that's in there. Now it's just all pure refrigerant in there. Okay. And now that this is open here, we can go ahead and insert our valve core. So we push it up. Because it's not under tremendous pressure, but it's under some pressure. So you have to push it up and hold it with your thumb. Okay. While you start screwing in the valve core. Okay. So while you're screwing in the valve core, you just keep on pushing it up with your thumb until it gets to be tight. You don't have to go super tight, but just tight enough. Okay? All right, perfect. All right, so then now that's all set up. So you've got your valve core is in there. So now we want to go ahead and check right here to make sure it's not leaking. Okay? So we'll go ahead and valve it off, and we'll just pull out the little bit of this thing all off there. The valve core is gone. It's inside there now. And we're going to go ahead and check this, make sure it's not leaking. Okay, the test plug is just a cap. I just drilled a hole in it. That way you're able to test your system to make sure it's not leaking. Okay, so you simply just put that on there. And we open it up. And we take on whatever bubble tester you have. It doesn't matter what kind it is, just as long as it does bubbles. And you simply put it over the hole and double check it's not blowing bubbles. If it's not blowing bubbles, then that means you have no leak and your valve core is holding. Okay? And so that's all perfect. And now we'll go ahead and just remove the tools. Our testing procedures are done. Now what we're going to do to finalize everything is to release our refrigerant into the system. Okay, so now the fun part is when you go open it up all the way. There's a little stop on each one of these. There's a little stop. It makes you stop, so you won't be able to go any further. As soon as you reach it, you can just stop right there. So we just simply, open it all the way up. And the same thing to the bottom one. Okay, and then we'll just put a little bit of nylog around here and a little bit of nylog around all of these right here. It's a sealer also. And so what it'll do is you have O-rings in here and you have a plastic like washer that keeps it sealed. So you have a plastic washer and you have rubber O-rings, and you want those protected from the environment and weather or anything else. And it's a seal. So if these things ever did leak, if anything did leak, that cap, if you had it sealed, will hold the refrigerant. So you will have no issues there either. So it's just double protection. To put a little bit of nylog around there, and then put your caps on there and cinch them on. You don't have to torque them on, but just cinch them nice and tight, and that way it's protected and good. Okay, if you guys have any questions, put them down below.